Hey guys, what is up? The Hill Twins are here with a very special deck profile for you guys today. It is going to be of Eons, Blue, Black, Soul Striker, Storm Killer deck.
What is up, guys? How you doing today?
Undefeated deck that went broken against Storm. And without further ado, I'll let Eon, Engine Nimber, pretty much everything for the most part. So let me let him take the mic.
Thank you. So basically, everybody know what Soul Striker does already. For those who doesn't, when he attacks, he can renew blue energy, and on his awakened side, when he attacks, if you have 5 or more energy, he gets plus 5k, and he can renew up to 2 blue energy. So that's him. He doesn't have early game advantage like other leaders when they attack. So the deck focuses on using his ability to establish a board presence due to his advantage, and that's how he gets pseudo draw. So this is obvious. This is going to be blue black. I actually run 3 Dende new to the job. So Dende new to the job, when he comes into play, he draws a card. He has deflect, so they can't bloodlust him or crushable him. And Dende allows me to activate main. He can pay 2 energy, and if your opponent placed the energy in their energy area due to a skill during this game, he's able to pop himself. In that case, I can discard one of your energies. So he's extremely strong because 1, he allows me to draw a card. 2, I can pay any energy for him. And 3, he's a black card, which is important because you're going to see later on in the deck profile. But ultimately, right now, almost every deck, Hercule, Shimron, there's a lot of decks that are using objection. Objection has become extremely popular. U7, there's a lot of decks that rely on objection in order to function. So basically what that would do is basically have a main board target against them automatically. So their deck just starts getting crippled. So that's one.
Perfect.
Moving forward, move that stuff out the way. Next, I run 3 Kami, the Global Unifier.
Nice.
So again, he's a 1-drop, just like Dende. He has deflect. When he comes to play, you also draw a card. And then he says, I can pay 2 energy, activate main, and if my opponent has 4 or more battle cards in play, I can basically KO every card on the field that is 4 or lower. Yeah. So he just keeps games in check where other decks can go wide. And he also draws a card, and he's black. Very important. And like I said, again, with Soul Striker, he also gets your advantage because now you have, you know, a draw and you have 5k.
Yeah, looking like anti-meta so far.
Yes, this deck focuses on anti-meta. Now, I play 4 Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan. Now, this guy, he's basically the standard attack, pick up a life, and have an effect. So what he does is when he attacks, I can take a life to my hand, and he gains 10k for the duration of the battle. But, so he's a self-awakener as well. He helps me fix my life. But also what he does is that when your opponent plays a battle card due to a non-keyword effect that has 15k or lower, they place 2 cards from their hand into the drop. So he's extremely strong, especially against Shinron decks, against decks that play the free special summon cards like the Veggies or anything like the Vegeta, Shugesh. Basically anything that can put in play Goku and Oob, stuff like that.
Yep.
He's extremely strong against them. He's also a black, and he's on 1-drop. Okay, moving forward, I run 4 North Kai Keep and Watch. So he's our super combo. Good thing about him is that he's 0 plus 10k. His effect doesn't require sparkling. If you're at 4 or lower, you get the rest of the effect. But ultimately, he allows you to have combo in cases where you're not awakened. For example, Victory Strike matchups. You know, you still have combo power even though you're not awakened. So I run 4 of this bad boy. Now also pseudo combos, I run 4 Infernal Villainy Cell, and I run 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. Reason why I run these is that Soul Striker is able to ready energy, and a lot of the deck is able to untap energy. So I can have energy untapped for my opponent's turn, and I can defend almost anything. And when I'm going out for game, I have the ability to stack massive amounts of combo on my cards. So these cards are extremely strong, especially in this deck, because of the fact that you're able to ready up energy. This deck's main purpose is to act as an anti-meta kind of function. And so our main board 3, Courageous Heart Yajirobe. He's extremely strong, especially
with the master plan.
Yes, he's extremely strong, especially in this format, because Shinron is a strong card. He allows you to take away threats that otherwise could have multiple attacks, and he just gets rid of big bodies. So basically, your opponent is afraid with him. He's a great counter against Storm. He just makes your opponent play weird, you know. And if they can't remove him by any other means, he sits there until you need him. And that's extremely important because it's a negative debt towards your opponent's game.
Correct.
I'll run three of him. I don't run 4, and I'll explain why. You'll see why in just a few moments.
Also, at all costs Vegeta. It's like...
Yes, at all costs Vegeta, etc. I'll run 3 R-Inspiring Intimidator SSB. Vegeta. Reason is that this card is extremely strong. You guys already know he cantrips at 5 energy, and also when he's in rest mode, he gains barrier, and your opponent's cards cannot attack the leader card. They have to attack him. So your opponent's battle cards cannot go
Let me ask you a
him.
quick question. Why him over the Delhi Defender Vegeta?
The reason is that Delhi Defender Vegeta is a great 3-drop because this deck doesn't really have 3 drops, so he would be great. But the fact is that this deck runs cards that allow me to boost my own energy, so I can drop him at 5 easily. But also, he just being a solid 20k is extremely strong.
Yeah,
that's just pretty much it. He's a solid 20k,
right.
and
Yeah, that's my logic too in the blue deck. I think he's
easier to defend, and I can get him out. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Now the man with the master plan, I run 4 at all costs Vegeta. This guy is everything. He is your self-awakener. He's your game ender. He just is a fantastic card. He's a removal. Basically, when you play him, he requires 4 energy. He untaps 1 energy and he draws a card. So you just go plus just by playing him. He becomes a 3 energy plus 1, and he gets the fixture energy because he gets to untap any 1 energy. 2, you can take 2 cards from your life and add them to your hand. And if you have 5 or more energy, he gets to kill a card. Additionally, he gets plus 300 for each energy you have during the turn he uses effect. And if you have 5 or more energy, he gets triple strike.
Yep.
So this card is extremely strong. He's just great. He's a 20. He's a solid 20k. So he can just go after cards on the field, or he can end the game. And he's an awakener, and I combo him with him to make sure that I can fix my life so that I'm never going to 3 most of the time. Hopefully, I can get an even 4. So that's that. He's extremely strong. He's literally the game ender. He's just one of the hearts of the deck. So that's that. That's this bad boy right here. Now, another one of my favorite cards in the deck, extremely powerful and consistent with design, is I run 3 Shinron, Figure of Majesty. Now, this guy basically, for one, he allows you to draw 1 card in general. If you have 5 or more cards in your drop area, you get to draw a card, and then you get to either untap 2 energy, you get to give a card 5,000 power and crit, or you can necromance any card 2 or lower in your drop area. So there's times when I can combo that, and I can untap up to 4 energy. On turn 4, you can drop him for 4. Untap, swing, untap, drop another one for 4, draw another card, untap, and be safe with 2 energies up and establish 2 of these. And once you establish even 1 to 2 of these, the opponent feels it. Like, they have to get rid of these cards. They get to bring back these. They get to bring back your super combos. You get to make plays like this. If your opponent objection them, you can leave them. You can just warp the game completely with this. There's times where
much all your 1-drops.
he can bring back all my 1-drops.
Yep.
Exactly. So he's extremely strong. There's one time I gave at all costs critical. My opponent was at 8 life. I gave them critical and triple strike. Just was devastating towards them.
Yep. And then he's also a black card.
He's a black card as well, which is very, very important with the theme. Moving forward, I run 3 Ultimate Fusion Gogeta. He's just a great card. When he comes to play, he draws 2 cards, and he gets to bounce 2 cards. He gets to remove 2 cards from the field. So he's just really strong because he can get rid of threats, just dropping a bomb. He's completely a bomb. He gets rid of 2 threats on the board, 25k, double strike, Just a great card in general. And then I run one Demigra. Now, the reason why I run Demigra is because I run all these black cards, right? So I run Dende, I run Kami, I run Massin, I run Shinron, and then Demigra. Demigra literally is the game ender. You hit Demigra, game's over for your opponent. He's not hard to see because you have a lot of draw. The deck allows you to draw so much. And literally paying 5 energy and having the ability to untap, like just to drop him and not tap out, like game's over, you know, literally. So, you know,
not even giving him a chance.
Yeah, you just don't. There's times where I've been at a stalemate and my opponent just had hand, and I just was able to attack them, and they used the blocker. Like, you know, I attacked their deadly defender, and I literally just took 4 battle cards. I just took their game away from them, and literally they can't remove him. Yeah. So it's just over. Like, he literally looks into their hand.
On top of activating at all costs.
Yes. So extremely strong.
Striking them and then doing him.
Exactly.
It's just unbelievable.
Exactly. And then for the extra cards, guys, I run the best 1-drop in the game, Senzu Bean. It allows me to untap. You already know what it does. It allows me to untap my energy. 5k to your leader. Safe, 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 safe. And literally the second best negate in the game. I run 4 Dimension Magics. This card and this deck is just extremely strong. You get to untap your energy. You free up energy, so having access to Senzu Bean and this during your opponent's push turns and having access to your super combos, extremely strong. Lastly, I main board 2 Objection. This is just to get the deck going. The deck doesn't need the Objection, honestly, but it's just an accessory. It allows the deck to get going completely. And you don't worry about hand because your hand is generated so much with stuff like Shinron and this. And, you know, so your hand is generated. So it's just great. And especially good against decks that main board Gogeta and Cell Chain because at least you can establish advantage and also take away some of the power from their effects. Correct. So that's why I main board that. And then I main board 1 Mafuba, guys. You have to be main boarding at least 1 Mafuba if you're running blue. A lot of people like 2. 1 is just a perfect number because it fits with Yaj. The reason why I don't main board 2 is because I run 3 Yajas and Yaj could be put back on the field as many times as I like. So I would rather kill a threat than to pacify a threat for 2 turns. You know, I'd rather just get rid of it. So, then, but I have it just in case.
Sideboard ready.
Yes. And sideboard ready. So guys,
especially with being able to loop these and consistently.
Yeah. So this is the deck. Actually, I just want to shout out. We have kitchen table meta stamps, guys. So if you're interested, let us know. We'll see if we can get some for you guys. But this is the deck. This is it's extremely powerful and it's extremely fun. You feel in control most of the game. You have access to controlling your opponent's decisions almost, even by having this on board, letting them see this. Your opponent just starts to play differently, and it counters almost everything. It's extremely strong in that way.
Yeah, and you know, in the tournament and then chess playing alike, you know, it's definitely Storm definitely has an issue playing against this version of the deck because of its incredible defense and everything like that. Yep. Now, just want to say...
So, if you guys are wondering, like, you know, what are some hands that you would keep, an opening hand or something like that, just, you know, you want to make sure that you're holding on to early game. You want to make sure that you're holding on to stuff like Dendes, Kamis, Massans, really, just so that you can generate your early game advantage with that. But the deck it just goes. There's no particular strategy with the deck. It's just able to survive and do well throughout every step of the game.
Okay.
If I would make one suggestion, guys. So a lot of people are really fond of this card. This card is extremely great. Awaken Talent Pan. I've been testing with it. If you would like, you can actually play this, do a split between these 2 if you feel like you're having a problem awakening. But ultimately, you shouldn't really have a problem awakening when you have access to these. But she is a great one, and I would recommend it if you want to tweak it up in your own way. That's the deck profile, guys.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Just want to do a quick shout out to our sponsors over at Ultra Pro. We're going to be doing a giveaway. We have received some special deck boxes. These in particular, and some plastics and playmats, so definitely look forward to that. Also want to give a quick shout out to our team, sponsorship at Kitchen Table Meta.
Yep, guys. If you guys are interested
in these stamps, we will definitely
cards, speak to us.
Some ready for you guys. So like always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a like and comment in the comment section below if you like the deck. And like always, guys,
stay super.